up? What is up, y'all? It's your girl Alex coming in with today's powerful, y'all. Woo, buckle up, buckle up. If you haven't already, get your snacks, get your notebooks, get everything, and buckle up because today is very, very intense. I'm going to see if I can uh, go live on this page real fast, but it's intense, y'all, for real. So grab your stuff, whatever you need, and let's get going with all of these beautiful things that are happening. Let me know in the chat if you are watching live. I did come back to doing lives just because I really do love being live with y'all. It really does have a different energy to it. So I'm super excited. But anyways, y'all, welcome to today's full moon in Virgo workshop with, of course, your favorite trauma and spiritual psychology practitioner. My name is Alex. Thank you for being here, y'all. We are going to be going into some breath work. We are going to be going into a meditation for humanity. Y'all, I've been having massive downloads too, so I'm excited to share about this. But a meditation for ourselves and humanity. Healing is off the charts right now, y'all. And seriously, like, if you've been catching my content for a while, you know that what do you call it? We are in the process of like this massive just wave of energy, and it can be good or bad, right? I mean, or perceptionally, right? Every experience we have is a perception. And what's actually really cool is there's a lot of science that's actually proving this right now. So it's pretty neat to watch what's finally like what we can see in spirit, but like is now being proven in science. So that's really awesome. But it's true, you know, what we perceive is what is the reality we live out. And whoo, this is hot. It really is. So I'm feeling led to do the card pull first. So I'm going to go a little out because like I'm looking at my notes right now because I got lots of notes because there's a lot of stuff happening. And but I'm feeling led to do the card pull right now. So I just want to pray over us really quick before we really get started. And just closing your eyes and rubbing your hands together and just whoo. I'm excited because I am just knowing the truth that is occurring right here and right now, the divine blessing that is being downloaded into the cells, being the seeds are being planted into the cellular level of every single person who can hear my voice intentionally or unintentionally, as the information is being processed down into the cells, into the body, into this healing, into this up leveling, into this quantum leaps that we are taking right here and right now. And I am knowing the truth that is being spoken and the healing that is coming out of it, and just knowing that every single person who is watching, how it is just going to be humbly received and downloaded into their body. And I just see so many people being healed right now, and it's beautiful. And I say yes, yes, yes to all of this magnetism and healing and quantum leaps and just like amazing things that we choose to create out of this time. And I'm just so excited and grateful for every person that's here right now. And I just say thank you for showing up and for putting in your energy and putting in the effort for making the change that is happening around you. For you are the creator, the catalyst, the ones who are the change makers. And I say thank you to you for showing up for yourself and humanity. And with that, I say, and so it is. Amen. Okay, so y'all, if you're watching this live, we still have quite a few days, but we are deep in the throes of the energies that are happening right now, all right? And so officially, the full moon will actually peak on the 7th of March at 0640 Central Standard Time, so first thing in the morning. If you are interested in our Manifestation Moon Babes, we are having a live event on Monday night. Check the links in the description. Check our link tree wherever you're watching this, and all the information will be in there. But we have a really fun event coming up too, so check that one out as well. That's happening Monday night, right before this peaks. But like I said, we are deep in the throes of this because the whole month of March, I'm actually going to get a little bit into beyond the full moon because there's a lot that people, I think, is going to be really helpful to get through, because March is truly, in my opinion, the most powerful month of this entire Gregorian calendar year, right? And so 0640 on the 7th of March, The next day, on the 8th of March, Saturn goes into Pisces. So right now we are in Pisces season, according to the Western astrology. And this is a lot of like that in deep thought, right? Very deep thought. I have a Pisces moon. So I'm like, I feel and think about all the things all the time. Very introspective, right? Very deep into the soul. And then one of the things is we are coming, so not only that, but then we have some big shifts planetarily speaking. I'll actually just get into that right now. So, okay. So Saturn is coming into Pisces for 3 years. The reason this is really big is because this energy is all about coming together on a collective, like this healing. And then here to caveat really quick. So we're in Pisces season right now at the time that this is recording. If you are watching this later on, but this video resonates with you, you are probably swimming in, you are going to be swimming in these types of energies too, right? So time is not linear. As a side note, that's kind of where I'm going with this, but you will be swimming in these energies if you're not watching this live or in this particular season, right? With that being said, so we have Virgo then in our full moon, right? Pisces is all about the deep, deep soul healing, that intuitive healing and flushing out and clearing the psyche, right? Deep cleansing and healing. Virgo is all about the physical healing. So you've got these two healers coming together. And then I just got a message. Yeah. And then you have Saturn going into Pisces in a new 3-year cycle on the next day, right? So the 7th and then the 8th. So then, of course, this energy is all about the collective healing. So not only are we intuitively healing, we're physically healing, but we are collectively healing. And it's all happening at once. It's going to be happening because you figure even though like the full moon, is peaking on the 7th, right? Like even now, this is the 2nd of March that this is live recording. And so I'm deep in these energies right now. I've been getting crazy, amazing downloads and it's been amazing, honestly. And, with this, yeah, what I have is says, eradicate all bad things that are coming forward. And when I was getting some of the downloads around this, y'all, like, this is such a beautiful time for healing. And at the same time, with these energies being super intense, people could go one way or the other with this, is the downloads I was getting about it. Where people are so scared about what's happening that they could definitely be suicidal or things along those lines, right? Deep spirals. But it's also an amazing time for the healing should we choose to face it. So if you are struggling a little bit right now, if you are having a hard time, I really want to encourage you to reach out to someone. There's even like crisis helplines, like, where they can get you connected so that you don't go into crisis. Like you don't have to be in crisis to contact them. You could be like, look, I recognize that these are symptoms. I recognize like I'm starting to spiral, like I need to get some help, but I don't know where to go. They will help you. So call those phone numbers, please, if you're starting to recognize that you're spiraling. Because at the same time, this is such an amazing time to heal because all this deep shit is coming up. Like no joke, before this live, full transparency, I was, deep in introspection, just actually preparing for this live, this video. I was going to meditation. I have a whole thing that I do beforehand. And I was getting some pretty intense downloads and they were confirmations. They were things that I needed to know. But they were intense and they were really, really big. And for me, I see it as a blessing that it's coming up because it's giving me a chance to up level. It's giving me a chance to go into the next stage. It's giving me a chance to dive deep and clear out my psyche, clear out my energy, and clear out my children because it deals with my children. And clear out their lineage, clear out their traumas, clear out their shit that, give them as much of a clean slate as possible to walk out into the real world with, right? And so that was one huge thing that came in because I do see people taking themselves early. I do see people being like, nope, I'm done, and tap out. So I really want to kind of just put that out there. Some key things to look for if someone is potentially spiraling. Um, they will start getting their affairs in order. They will be highly apologetic. And it's weird things, kind of things that like, hey, like we're okay, like okay, yeah, we might have had like a misunderstanding, right? But it wasn't that big of a deal. But like you can tell they're ruminating about it because they're bringing it up and they might be like excessively apologetic, trying to leave with like a clean slate. They start putting people on, like family members, but it's like all at once, like all of their accounts and stuff, like bank accounts, financial institutions, all of that, like boom, boom, boom. People are being added onto it. The will is being updated. You're getting the fresh copy of a will. Things like that are really big red flags. Check in on that person because just because they might be successful or highly functioning does not mean they're fixing to tap out or attempt to, right? And check on people right now. The energies are really hot for that side too. But, and this is where, for me, I see such a beautiful blessing in this, is because, yes, they are very hot, but they're very hot to go in the opposite direction too. It's not all bad. It's very, very good if we choose with a conscious mind, we choose to have this positive interaction with the energies. And that's where I am personally excited because so we have um, the oh, that's not surprising. We have so we got Saturn going to Pisces on the 8th of March, and then we have a new moon in Aries at um and then the next day we have, yeah, it's at 29 degrees. So it's every new moon for the last 5 new moons has been at 16 degrees. Or no, excuse me, 29 degrees. The full moons have all been at 16 degrees. And 29 degrees, we have this whole slew of like new beginnings and endings, new beginnings, endings, like this ebb and flow of it too. That's another part of like this clearing out of the consciousness, the healing, right? We're recognizing the whatever and we're healing and clearing out the consciousness, the psyche, right? Well, the new moon, starting something fresh, is right at that teetering. Well, the next day on the 22nd of March is the spring equinox in 0 degrees of Aries. So it's like all of this fresh, new ebb and flow, new beginnings, endings kind of energy is just so continuously heightened. It's not just like, so we're doing all this deep healing, right? February full moon in the beginning in Leo was all about like all the deep shit, like really being revealed. And then we were able to kind of process it and move through it with, the new moon being in Taurus, all that like very grounded earth energy, right? And so then now we have Aries, this fast moving, charging start of like, we got the spring equinox, the start of like the true, like, or the astrological calendar as far as the Western astrology looks at it, right? It's the beginning of that calendar and at the same time. So it's like all these new beginnings, 0 degrees of Aries. So we see how this time that we're in right now, this is such like a peaceful, positive, like transformative. And the card that came out, the first one, I feel like there's more that needs to come out for the collective. I'm just asking, what does the collective need to know right now? Movement. Get your body moving. When your body is moving, it moves this energy better. So oh my gosh. Part of my program with my intensive 5 month course, I have a 5 month deep intensive. There's like multiple touch points of trauma calls, business, family, interpersonal relationships, universal law, and meditations. Like it's all every week, right? For 5 months. And because on the other side of it, you will be another person. I guarantee it. Or you get me until you are, right? And what do you call it? That's what it's happening right now. We are in this deep, deep healing of going inwards and clearing it out, and the movement, the energy, the dancing, y'all. When I would get stuck on my like spirals, like when I would start spiraling, because full transparency, I've dealt with what the Western society calls like PTSD, anxiety, depression. I see it as an imbalance of chemicals rather than like a label and symptomology of where energy is trapped and where energy is held in my own trauma. So I see it a little bit different, but just to kind of give you all a little bit of an idea of what the Western side would call it as, I've dealt with all that shit. I've dealt with having to pull, like literally rewire my brain and rewire how you do things. And that's what I teach people now, which is cool that, so it's at least like my pain had a purpose. And that's kind of what I see a lot of this too. My pain had a purpose. My pain has a purpose, right? Like I'm not going through whatever it is right now. I didn't go through whatever it was I went through. Yes, that needed, someone needs to hear that. I didn't go through what I went through for no reason. I went through it for a reason. Okay. You went through it for a reason. Every one of us goes through it for a reason. And I know that might be very triggering to hear, but this is that someone needs to hear this. It is hitting me so hard right here to say it just like this too. So I apologize if someone is offended or highly triggered, but I encourage you to go within and ask yourself why it's triggering you. Because the reality is when there's a reason we go through this shit. There's a reason things happen, and we can sit back and hold space and ask what's going on and actually hold space for those answers. Y'all, there's so much power in that. There's so much power in that. And that is one of the most beautiful things about being on healing journeys and being willing to sit back and recognize what's happening. The power, y'all, the power that we can come from with this is just, whew. Oh, it's intense. And it's beautiful because we have that power. We have the creator. Movement in the creator. We are the creator. We can be the creator. We are the ones that create with the energy that is in our body, that we are able to collectively move. And that's what our meditation is definitely about. So more about the energies that are going on. So Virgo is also one of the ones that is like, they're like inquisitive, right? They're like trying to figure stuff out. They're trying to um, understand stuff. They're more of that, like, they can have more of that like logical side. So it's, and then of course with the Pisces, Virgo's logical, Pisces is intuitive. And so being able to bring the two kind of together to bring the healing, right? Like that's where a lot of this is coming into. And so then kind of going into Pisces and Saturn really quick, why that is such a big deal is because this is where we are learning to work together. We are learning to have, like, work with the universal laws. Really, we are working to use the universal laws with one another. That is really what the meditation. Yeah, I know. I'm excited. The meditation is. I'm excited because what I was downloaded and what to do around humanity and the collective healing and being able to heal the collective through meditation, because like we're able, it's like alchemy, right? It is alchemy in a way, because we're able to do and play with energy. We're able to play with it, and that's really what I see this time. It's amplifying. One of the things I forgot to mention is, so one of the huge things is the full moon is, this is the sixth full moon out of 7 in a row at 16 degrees. If you're looking at like the traditional kind of like Rider-Waite tarot, the 16th card of the major arcana is the Tower. If you think about the last 5-6 months, right? Like what's going on? This is now March of 2023, February, January, December. So about since October, right? What's been going on in the collective in your own life? Like, what are some transformations? Has there been kind of like a tower theme? I would probably say yes, personally, just because given the collective and everything that's been going on, yeah, I definitely can see being able to see how that's a tower moment. Some of the big transits that are happening right now is there is a conjunction between Venus and Jupiter. And so a conjunction is very harmonious. So look at where you have Aries in your chart. If you do, look into what that house is. Where's Aries sitting in that house? And look at what that house means, because wherever Aries is sitting in your chart, there's going to be a lot of abundance. There's going to be a lot of success. There's just going to be a lot of prosperity in that area of your life. So look into your chart on how that is hitting you. So one thing also I forgot to mention when I was getting that download about the painful side of things, the reason is, I later found out, is on the 16th of March. This is when Mars actually goes direct. So it's going in a forward propelling motion, right? This is squaring Saturn, Mercury, or the Sun, Saturn, Mercury, and Neptune, who are all in Pisces. And so at this point, we're going to be getting ready to come out of Pisces season and into Aries. So going from the deep intuitive into the fast forward moving, right? at this time, because a square is conflict. There's a lot of conflict. So there might be a lot of, and given the fact that Saturn just went into Pisces, all that collective energy that's going on right now, do not be surprised if there is a lot of chaos at this time, whether it's in your personal life, it's in the collective, however that's showing up in your life. Just kind of really hold as much space for whatever happens or is going on. Hopefully everything is chill, but just looking at like why and the downloads I was getting, how it was hitting me, I could definitely see that being like a much more intense time, kind of like this is like the lead up and maybe a crescendo kind of a thing, this time, this healing, or the things that come up at this time in this healing. And then of course around this time really being like that, oh, I'm just gonna tap out. I'm just gonna, do something not so good, right? And relapse, things like that. I mean, it could be anything. It may not be taking yourself out. It might be you relapse and you've been sober for 20 years, right? I mean, I have no idea. I'm just saying one of the things that was coming to me was the best thing I can say is if you actually come back to this meditation and the extra, because we're gonna do a breath work before we get into it. I feel one more card needs to come out. I want to get into some breath work before we start our meditation. And so then come back to this point and really come back. This can be your grounding space. And if that's what you need, great. But just do your best to kind of stay level headed. Do your best, like not like if someone triggers you or something happens, and you're like, ooh, and you need to like step back and like evaluate what's happening. Ask yourself, why am I being triggered? And all these different things can help you kind of stay grounded. Ooh, transmute. Yeah, baby. Transmute that energy. That popped out. I don't know if you saw that, but like that popped out and intuitively it was like, that's the one. All right. Well, there you go. Now I feel complete. Transmute. So we've got movement, the creator, and now transmute. Can't make this stuff up, man. I wasn't even paying attention. Y'all saw me. I was just talking to y'all. That's powerful. That's super powerful. Super powerful. Mm. So one of the other things that can help, so let's get into actually how this can help, like what you guys can do in your like home life and stuff that will help you kind of get through this. Because I want to kind of go a little deeper than what I mean by just try to stay grounded through the chaos that is happening in the middle of March. So one of the things that you can do is feng shui your house. That is like, if you look it up, essentially it's like based on like the longitude or not longitudinal, the northeast, south, and west compass rose, and like the different energy flows and like how energy moves through the home, and what you're trying to create, that type of thing, right? Look into doing that. Maybe you might need to make some adjustments, maybe do some crystals, maybe do some cleansing. This was a great time for cleansing if you do like sage, or what I have actually is it's like an electric burner, and I actually burn the sap, the resin of myrrh and frankincense, all those, because it all has like an energy, like so it's an energy behind whatever it is that you're doing. It's a frequency, right? That's where like the whole sacred geometry comes from, because it's like naturally repeated patterns in our world, this earth, this whatever we live in, matrix kind of a thing. But so the sacred geometry, right? The numbers, the frequency. So just like that has a frequency, just like that has a vibration. The energy that is emitted from the resins, the sage, the crystals, whatever it is you're working with, even colors, right? Colors, patterns, print, all of that, all of this stuff has a frequency to it, y'all. And so try to do your best. You can even sit in your home and just like, do some like breath work and stuff, and just ask yourself, like, what needs to be moved, or like what energy needs to be moved, what needs to be shifted in this room or this space, or however that's showing up, right? So this can be one of the big things that really helps you, as well as having some tough love. That's where I was just what I was saying earlier, I just know what someone was needing to hear that. I could feel it in my heart. Actually, more than someone, there was a handful of someone's that needed to hear that. And it's all with love. It's all with just like, I just want to hold every, oh, I just feel it. ah, oh, I love you guys. I'm giving you, like, whoever that was, I'm giving you the biggest hug. Whoever needed that, like, seriously. Oh, you just hit my heart. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. That was amazing. Thank you. Um, ah, it's that tough love. It's because it's like, I want to see you grow. I want to see you heal. I want to see you move forward. And because it's like when we all rise, like when all of us rise, we all rise. Like think about it, right? Like if I'm the only one rising and nobody else is, like that's kind of lonely. But if I can help you rise and we all rise together, like our quality of life, our actual like day-to-day interactions, like they're just elevated. Seriously, when y'all have a good tribe around you where you are just brought and elevated, it is a game changer because it's the frequency of whom it is you're being emitted around, like the frequencies that are being emitted around you, right? And it could be your family, it could be friends, like depending on what life stage you're in, it could be your parents, it could be a whole, your teammates. I don't know. It just, whoever it is that is around you the most, those 5 people that you talk to and see the most in your entire life, those are the ones that have the most impact on you. 10, you can even go out to 10, but like really those 5 people have the most touch points every single week. And you know what, parents? It ain't necessarily you, because if your kids go to traditional public schools and like standard schools and stuff, your teachers have more touch points per week than you do. So as a side note, think about this could also be, big shifts to think about where you send your kids to school. And it may not be homeschooling. I'm not necessarily talking about that, but the people who are teaching your children, the people who are, and basically you're going to want to also think about it with that too. There's things that are going to be coming forward. People are waking up, like truly, like it's a mass awakening right now. People are like especially here in America. Like I think people are starting. I mean, there's going to always be some people who just never wake up and like always go for whatever, because they're just, like, I guarantee y'all, those are the people, the ones who are really stuck and just like triggered, and like won't even kind of come to some kind of like at least able to hold space to step back and be like, something feels wrong here. Guarantee all those have like serious or undealt with traumas, because there's something that they are so, it's to a point where it's like a literal life or death scenario. Like they feel like it's life or death, or that is not like conditioned in the body in any way, shape, or form, unless there was something that conditioned it to be that way, right? And so the body just doesn't come with that wiring. There's someone that is programmed that wiring to be there. So trauma. Something fucked up happened to them. Excuse my language, but for lack of better words, something happened and they're holding on. So those people are excused. Everyone else, mass awakening. And hold space for those people too. Seriously, like I do. Even people who have like straight up told me I need to go get checked in. That shit was funny, because you're just like, oh, okay, cool. Thank you for helping me see the truth of the situation, because I was blind before. So thank you. I'm gonna see myself out, kind of a thing. Even those people, y'all, for real, like even those people, because they need it too. It's not just our friends and our family, like the people, your enemies, people who have wronged you, people who have hurt you, people who have, done things they're not supposed to do to people. And being able to hold them, because even in their healing, and that's really where I see this as in the collective, it's like they're healing too. They're healing to be able to be the ones that are like, no, this is wrong. I'm going to stop this. I'm not part of this. I'm not doing this, or however that looks for them, right? Even them. And I mean, their soul's got to deal with whatever they did. But yeah, there's powerful energies right now. We are a lot more powerful than a lot of us give us credit for. And when we can find that love in our heart to love even our enemies, and I'm not saying like engage with them. I'm not saying no. Please do not misunderstand what I'm trying to say. If you ever caught my content, I talk about love bubbles, where it's like literally you just like form like a little bubble with your energy from your heart space, and you just like send it, right? Kind of like the Care Bears, like Care Bears there, right, from like your heart. But truly, like it's very. I think it's easy for the mind to grasp, because it's logical and it gives construct to something that technically has no construct. But it helps with that, and kind of helps with like the visualization. So it doesn't have to be a bubble, it could be anything like that. But traditionally, giving construct to abstract thing or some construct, right? Some kind of something. It makes it a little bit easier, and just send love bubbles. You know what? I'm sending love to you and me, myself for wanting to, hate you and make you wrong, and you for doing things that is in violation of, like the laws of humanity, right? So yeah, I actually think that's it. Oh no, one more thing. This was like a 3-pager, y'all. There, I told you this was like hot. So one of the other big things is, so Pluto is also coming out of its like 29-year cycle, and it's shifting from Capricorn to Aries. And so this is going to be going in and out a little bit. And so this is one thing that it's also impacting that whole death and rebirth, because right now, during the full moon, Pluto is going to be at 29 degrees of Capricorn. And then shortly thereafter, it actually shifts into Aries for a little bit. And it kind of does this like dance for, it's like about 2 years. It does this dance with one another. But it's not just like a dance. It's kind of like I was talking about with like the people who are really triggered and who will never wake up, that like death grip. This is where I see people like that really struggling. And they might wake up, but they also might tap out because they may not be able to handle it. People who are very emotionally unstable is kind of where I'm going with this. Those people are going to really have a hard time over this next 2 years. They're going to be, this is really where the downloads I was getting about, where it's like the people who are like real, just like, and it's just, I mean, unstable in general, emotionally unstable. They're not going to be able to handle all the stuff that's coming out. So there's going to be a lot of deaths of some sort, of some way. May not be tapping out. It might be other ways. Like, but at the same time, when the soul says, I'm done, I'm tapped out, the things will come. They will come. And we've seen a lot of that over the year, this last few years, a lot of it. And yeah, it's intense. That's all I gotta say. Oh gosh. Yeah, the next 2 years. And then with Pluto coming, I mean, and Pluto is all about, look where Pluto is in your chart too, because that's all about like the deep introspection. That is all about like the deep kind of like energy, right? So I'm going to have y'all grab your notebooks if you haven't already grabbed them. We're going to get into our journal prompts really quick. I'm going to grab my water. So we are done with that part. Let me know in the chat how y'all's day is going, or if y'all are feeling the heavy energies too. How are things wherever you're at in the world watching? Whether you're live or you're watching a replay, let me know if you are watching the replay. Show some love. All right. So hopefully you have your notebook. In meditation, one of the journal prompts I would really love for you to explore is, what is triggering me the most right now? And so when I say trigger, I mean like, what is upsetting you? Is there anything you've been ruminating on? Something that kind of keeps popping up in your subconscious and you're like, oh yeah, blah, 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 do you have anything like that going on? If so, write it down, because this is going to be really important to get super duper clear right now on what it is that you are, that you're being triggered by. Yeah. I feel like we should do a quick clearing too before we actually get into the meditation. I think we'll do that. Oh, love bubbles. Adorable. Thank you. I appreciate it. Sadicus says, love bubbles, adorable concept. Yeah, it's just, well, I mean, like with the human brain, right? Like we like our constructs, we like our structures, we like all of our stuff. And so we can give, an abstract structure or an abstract thing. I mean, because it doesn't have like an ending. There is no, it's just it changes. So it's just how do we kind of help the human brain comprehend it? So then the next thing is there any kind of like initial resolution or like a next step that you know confidently you can take? And if not, um, to like resolve the situation or resolve, whatever's upsetting you, right? And if not, write down how can I peacefully resolve this situation or interaction or whatever it might be, right? However that fits your thing. How can I peacefully resolve whatever, right? Because these two things are going to be really, really, really helpful in helping us because I want to help clear us. And then I want to I won't go into it yet. I'll surprise you, but do our meditation for humanity. All right, y'all. So if it's safe to do so, go ahead and just get into a comfortable position. You can be standing up or laying down or sitting up like I am. Ideally sitting, honestly. But whatever feels good to you, there's no judgment or right or wrong. We're going to do what's called box breathing. And so we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds and I'll guide you. We're going to hold for 4 seconds. We're going to let out for 4 seconds and then we're going to hold for 4 seconds. So this is an amazing technique if you are looking to regulate and control your breathing, especially if you're having like anxiety attacks or anything like that. Super helpful to help you regulate your breathing and for you to take control of your breathing, not the other way around. And if it feels good, you can place your hands over your heart or your solar plexus or just wherever they feel good in your lap, in a prayer position. There's no right or wrong, and just get really comfortable and present with your body. As we're about to begin our breath work, breathing in, hold, out, hold. Breathing in, hold, out, hold. 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 And take a big belly breath in, holding it at the top, and slowly letting it out. And with your eyes still closed, putting your hands together if that feels good, and just rubbing them back and forth. Allowing yourself to get completely present right here and right now. And I want you to imagine all the points that your body is making contact with the ground. Wherever your feet are touching the bed or the floor, where your hips are sitting on the pillows or a mat, wherever you find yourself. I want you to get very present with where your body is making contact with the ground. And allowing yourself to be able to start connecting to the earth in this circular motion. And allowing yourself to fully connect into Mother Gaia, feeling into this beautiful calming energy, into this nurturing, peaceful, relaxing energy. As you take a deep breath in, holding it at the top, slowly letting it out. And take your energy over to your pelvic bowl where your root chakra sits, and feeling it into the warmth that is being created. Feeling into the warmth as it's generating energy, and this as your focus is brought into this area. This beautiful red ball of energy as it starts to just expand out, pulsating. Feeling the energy rising up into your sacral and feeling it activating it and waking it up. And as you're doing this, I want you to imagine like a little fish hook on the back of your pants, pulling your hips forward. I want you to bring your belly button back towards your spine and lifting up your chest as you roll your shoulders back. And as this energy that's sitting at your sacral moves its way up to your solar plexus and just activating and opening up all your energy centers. And moving up through your heart. Moving into that energy and activating your heart energy and activating your throat. And then just moving up through your energy centers as you take your gaze up and back. And allow yourself to open up into the cosmos and open up and to create this little bubble, this energy vortex around you as the energy loops back into Mother Gaia, back up through your root, through your feet, through your hips, and up through your crown, and just creating this infinite loop of energy, allowing your body to feel into this energetic movement. Taking a deep breath in, holding it at the top, slowly letting it out. Allow this energy to activate. Allow it as it starts to fill up your toes, and your toes are tingling up through your legs and up through your knees and up through your hips and your chest and your torso, down your arms, and just allowing the body to start activating its energy and feeling into this magnetic presence. And as you feel your body activating, I want you to place your hands over your heart. And just allow yourself to feel into this beautiful energy as it's fully activated in this heart space, right here and right now. And I want you to ask yourself, what do I need to know right now to peacefully resolve my situation? There's no right or wrong. There's no judgment with whatever comes up. Just allow it to hold space. I'm just sitting with it and holding space for it. I'm just asking it, what are you trying to show me right now? What do I need to heal out of this? Now that you've been crystal clear on this information that's come forward, I want you to imagine we're walking down a hiking path. See this beautiful, beautiful water fountain. It's just the whole place feels magical and uplifting. It's beautiful. And we all walk down there and we decide to take our shoes off and Go sit on the rocks that are just perfectly sitting underneath the waterfall. We realize the water's super shallow as we get down there. And the waterfall is hitting the shallow rocks. And so we hop down and we allow ourselves to stand underneath the waterfall as if it's like a shower. And as you're sitting there underneath this waterfall, allowing your energy to be cleansed, cleansing from the top of your head down to your toes, feeling the water rushing over you. And asking yourself, what do I need to cleanse right now? It might be what just came up. It might be more than that. And that's okay. There's no right or wrong. Just allow whatever is coming up to hold in front of you and just hold space for it. And as you're doing this, I want you to imagine this water turns into this beautiful crystalline energy. That crystal's healing, divine, activating energy. That is just being around it, you start healing immediately. As it starts going over your head, falling over your head, I want you to feel it coming over your skin, over your eyes, over your ears, over your face, over your throat, over your chest, and down your arms. Feel this beautiful divine healing coming over your body as it's cleansing every aspect of your cells, every aspect of your body, every organ, every energy center, everything. It's just cleansing you from the top of your head to your toes as you feel it going down your chest. Feel it going down past your belly, into your hips, down your thighs, down your knees, down your shins, into your feet, and just feeling this repetitive cleansing coming over you in a beautiful pulsating form. Where it is cleansing every bit of your body, every bit of your energetic being, and just allowing these things to be cleansed from your energy, cleansed from your aura, whether they are in this lifetime or another incarnation, that it is attached to your soul, that is being cleansed, that root aspect of whatever it is that is hindering you, that is attached to you, that is being in your energetic space, to be cleansed right here and right now in Jesus' name. I declare it to be true, knowing the truth of the power of the word, knowing you are to be cleansed right here and right now. As it's pulsating over your body, cleansing every aspect of it down to the soles of your feet, and just completely encompassing your body in this beautiful crystalline energy, this protected, this loving, this encapsulating energy that is fully activating every cell that you have, every physical part of your being. Just allowing it to hold you. Just allowing this energy to love you, to heal you, to feel up every aspect of your body. Just holding space for the beautiful creation and the cleansing that is taking place in your own field. For when we heal and cleanse ourselves, we start impacting positively everyone around us. And they begin to heal just by simply being in our presence. And that is what I'm declaring right here and right now, that every single person who has participated in this, where they are knowingly allowing themselves to be cleansed, to be healed, to be uplifted, and being able to step boldly into their authority, boldly into their calling, boldly into whatever it is that they are brought here to do right here and right now. And I know the beauty and the healing and the transformation that is taking place in themselves right here and right now. Even if they don't recognize it right in this moment, that's okay. That they will eventually see what is being done, and they recognize the beautiful, beautiful impact and healing that is overcoming their bodies right now. And the beautiful codes that are being downloaded that are helping them. Love for all, harm to none in this beautiful time in creation that we are occurring right now. And just holding this beautiful energy that has been brought into the collective that is being created right here and right now, knowing the healing that is taking place. And as each individual person is feeling into this beautiful energy that we have created, I want you to take this energy and I want you to expand it into your house or wherever you're at, the building, park, whatever general dwelling area that you're currently sitting in. Imagine this light is being and fills up that entire area. Allow yourself and your light to fill up in this beautiful, the entire home, the entire building, the neighborhood. Allow your light to shine, to start infiltrating this beautiful, positive energy, love to all, harm to none, spreading through the neighborhoods into your cities or whatever general population area your country calls it. The nations, the countries, the states, the colonies, the whatever it might be, wherever you're at. Allow your light to fill that area, to fill your nation, and just allowing your light to slowly expand out as you just completely encapsulate everyone else around you in this energy, allowing their souls to help be lifted up just simply by being in your presence and spreading your energy and giving them the support, the love, the healing that they can help themselves should they choose to, should their soul choose to accept the love and the healing from you, that they be amplified 1,000 times right here and right now. For every single person who chooses to receive the love and the healing from every single one of you who is just offering it. Here you are if you want to, higher self. It is all yours. For I am serving and to give and to share this light that I've created. Share this love that we've created right here and right now. This energy, this amazingness. Sending all the love balls and connecting to all the things. Oh, it feels so good. Oh, I'm just connecting with one another and allowing whoever meets you, their higher self, they can choose to deny it or to accept it. It is their choice. But allowing them to have the opportunity to choose. Now that is what we are presenting them. And for every single person, regardless of your skin color, race, language spoken, education level, creed, it doesn't matter. If you choose peace and love, you're allowed to be accepted and brought here. If you choose to live in peace and harmony and want to uplift and choose to love others, this is your energy to grab onto. I fully extend mine. Even if you don't have the capacity to extend yours. And that's okay. I see you and I hold you. And you're so held and so loved in this moment because simply wanting, simply desiring to choose that peace and love, even if you don't have the capacity to share with others right now, the sheer fact that you're choosing that route is powerful in its own. And congratulations, because that is the first step to choosing to heal, to choosing to be that light, to choosing to be the one in the dark. Shining the light for others to see. When others might be feeling so dark that they don't know where there's even light possible. It's not even existing until you show up. And it's a beautiful thing. Just loving every single person, creature, animal, being, whatever you identify as. I don't even care if you have a pulse. You have energy running through you. This is your call. You can choose right here and right now what direction you want to go into. Because consciousness is splitting. And we can choose to heal, or we can choose to harm. It is a choice. Just holding space and sending love for every person who's put forth their energy right here and right now, knowing the beautiful love and creation that has been manifested and cultivated right here and right now. Love to all, harm to none in this beautiful container, in this one space, the divine mind, all intertwined and connected with one another. And I am so grateful for every single one of you showing up. I am so grateful for all of you putting in your energy, putting in your love, putting in your light, being the light workers, being the people who are shining in the dark. And I'm so excited for every single one of you who have been activated, who have been incepted, who have been intercepted into the world that they are stepping into. And I say congratulations. You are so worthy for this journey, and I am so proud of you for being vulnerable, for doing the healing, for being in this one space, the divine mind, the one mind that we are all consciously creating with. And I love you all so much. And I am saying yes, yes, yes to everything you've created, the healing, the lifting up, the beautiful things you're doing. Oh, for every single one of you. And I say thank you, thank you, thank you for putting in the work, for putting in the time, for putting in the energy. Taking a belly breath in, holding it at the top. Slowly letting it out. Take another belly breath in, holding it at the top. Slowly letting it out. One more belly breath in, holding it at the top. Slowly letting it out. Oh, gosh. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and start opening your eyes and moving your body. Might feel good to stretch. Oh, goodness gracious. Thank you for everyone who showed up for yourself. Thank you for everyone who is putting in this work. Like, know that you matter. Know that you matter. There is a lot going on right now, and everything is a choice. When you get triggered, it's a choice to react or not. When you are upset with someone doing something, it's a choice. And how you respond, it's always a choice. And yeah, man, it's just some powerful energies. It's time to create, y'all. It is time to create. Oh my goodness. With that being said, y'all, check out our links, get on our mailing list, catch all of our events that are coming up. And yeah, I will catch y'all on the new moon and spring equinox. Oh my goodness. I love y'all. Now go be great, my loves.